much learned to play this and do almost anything else at the same time. Skiing, scuba diving, and play this song. I was thinking about it recently because the 50th anniversary of writing this thing is coming up in next year, and I thought, you know, if I ever would have thought it was going to become popular, I would have made it a hell of a lot shorter. So I'm trying to learn it again for the 50th anniversary, which is coming up in January. And my son Abe tells me I can do it because he can put an iPad down. I didn't mean to stop, but he could put an iPad, and then I could go through it, you know. Because there's only so much room in your brain at any one time. And mine, I don't know. I think you have to make room for new stuff that might happen. And to do that successfully, you have to forget stuff that already happened. So, but I'm working on it. I'm getting through it. And I thought, why should I be the only one? Let's get a big screen with a bouncing ball. We can all suffer through a half hour of that every night. Instead of a sing-along, it'll be more of a talk-along, but it might be fun. Might not be fun, I don't know. Let me tune up here, let's see. Let's try it. We'll try it with you. Because I get these emails all the time from people saying, you know, like, I'm 12 years old, I just discovered you, you're cool, and I learned Alice's Restaurant, and I can do the whole thing. Oh, are you out of your freaking mind? I can't even do it. But let's try it. Let's just see, we'll do a little piece, just to see what, because I know from the response, some of you people are that nuts. There's people here who can do this entire song. Not just karaoke or something. I mean, play it and everything, sing it, the whole thing. I'm not one of them, but you know. So I got to remember how it goes. This song's called Alice's Restaurant. It's about Alice and the restaurant. But Alice's Restaurant was never the name of the restaurant. That was always the name of this song. I guess that's why I still call the song Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Help me out. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Walk right in, it's round the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Now it all started 49 Thanksgivings ago. 49 years ago on Thanksgiving, when my friend and I decided to go up and visit Alice at the restaurant. But Alice didn't used to live in the restaurant. She used to live in the church nearby the restaurant, in the bell tower, with her husband Ray and Potch the dog. And living in the bell tower like that, they used to have a lot of room downstairs. You're supposed to be doing it with me. Where used to be, and seeing as how they took out all the having all that garbage, they decided that they didn't have to take out their garbage for a long time. They got up there and took the half a ton of garbage, put it in the back of shovels and rakes, and headed on towards downtown. See, it's going to be so stupid it's worth doing. Can you imagine? I'm not going to keep going. The one good thing about doing the show this early in the day is that I can quit early, get something to eat. Where was I? But I am learning it, I promise. So it'll be a 2-year tour. We will come back around or something like that. And I'll make more. It sort of reminds me, you know, I was talking to my old buddy Pete Seeger when he was 85. Like I said, he passed away, he's 94. So this is 10 years ago. He calls me up one day after working together for decades. He I can't do those shows with you anymore. I can't play like I used to play. I can't sing like I used to sing. I said, Pete, look at our audience. They can't hear like they used to. Might not be a problem. So, well, maybe you're right. So just this last November, we did a big show together in Carnegie Hall, New York City, and it was just so beautiful, so nice. I'm so glad we got the chance to do it, you know. And it was one of those wonderful evenings where we knew, he had told me beforehand, he said, Arlo, I can only remember 3 songs. And I knew that he was going through that same thing as me. It's not that you don't know him, you just can't remember that you know him. It's a subtle difference, but you just have to make room in your brain for something new that probably won't even happen. But you never know, so keep it open, you know. Otherwise, you end up becoming a politician or something. I don't know. So, okay. Did I tell you the show's over? I can feel it. Some of you are saying, he wasn't kidding. It's been a lovely afternoon. Thank you for coming and being part of the Centennial Tour. Somewhere back in the early 40s, my father had finished an autobiography. It was called Bound for Glory. It got made into a movie. The movie was awful, but the book was pretty good. And it was, you know, suddenly he went from, they didn't use the term singer-songwriter back in those days. He was called the Dust Bowl ballet